What's up, everybody? This is Tanner from TMNBaseballFan.com. This is episode 2 of a 3-part series on YouTube for my Jose Canseco collection. Video 1, I went over and showed all of the pieces of game-used bats, player-worn jerseys, and everything that I had cut up and had Jose sign at his house in his kitchen. So now video 2 shows me in my kitchen showing various custom cards that I've created for my collection. I'm going to go over each and every one of these. I'm going to try to do it fairly quickly, but I know it's going to be a little bit of a lengthy video. Yeah, just as a heads up also to start off with, none of these are for sale. These are all my personal collection and they will always stay with me. So anyways, with that said, I'll go ahead and start off with some of these here because these are just kind of quote-unquote base cards. But first one I have here is a custom Magic the Gathering card. It's called Canseco the Crusher. And as you can see, I had him inscribe it, The Crusher. So it's kind of fun. It says 4040 at the bottom. Legendary Dragon Slayer, and you see like some fun dragon stuff going on in there. And you know, of course, instead of holding a bat, he's holding a sword. So kind of fun. These next 4 are kind of in the same series. They are all on canvas. So this is an 89 score. It's very artsy. And then you have the 86 Topps football version again on canvas. A6, A7 Fleer style, both on canvas, and again, you have kind of like the artsy feel to them. And last but not least, my favorite canvas custom, I'd say. I only bring it out on Halloween to show off. It is my 1986 Topps Jose Canseco. And so there's a regular version on the other side, but this is the canvas one. A few other base cards here. One in a skybox style. I created all the graphics there to make it look just pop real nice, look like it's straight out of the early 90s. Also have a couple wood cards here. So these are made completely out of wood. This one is two-sided and both are wood. Also, I thought it kind of went nicely with that, that style. This is a Topps Magic football style of Canseco when he was playing on the Long Beach Armada in the Independent League. This is one of the first ones I did. It's a 1934 style Gaudy card. Normally these will have Lou Gehrig. It says Lou Gehrig says at the bottom. Has a picture of a face of Lou Gehrig. Well, that's actually me. That's why it says Tan Man says. And in the back you can see somebody's having hit a ball and it bounced off his head and went over the fence. So I thought that was kind of a fun little thing there. This is called Augmented Reality. And I really just kind of wanted to, it's kind of a throwback to what I would do like with graphics back in the early 2000s. Like it's just a conglomerate of things that are happening in the background of them. You take a look. So you see like, you know, Planet there, you know, and I don't know, Sky Dome. I don't know what else is going on back there. It's, but you know, the Blue Jays logo is kind of shiny as is augmented reality on the side there. So, okay, so I'll go ahead and go from this side here. So this is a jumbo, as you can see. This, you know, significantly bigger than the others. This is player-worn jersey of Canseco on the Rangers. You know, I designed this entire thing myself and created it myself. On the back, it has a picture of him that Holly took of him wearing this jersey that is actually in this. And of course, in my first video, I showed these that I created. Then this is called Flashbacks 92. It's got Jose and Ricky laughing together, and there's a piece of game-used bat there. Holy Toledo, says on the back. So just, I put some fun messages on the backs of a lot of these also. And by the way, I also do like, well, let me show you this here too. So the backs of these, like these, all of these here, these are all from player-worn jerseys that I had him wear, and he signed every single letter. Now on the back, it talks about, it says 1 of 7, so that'd be 2 of 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He played for 7 teams. The back has pictures of him actually wearing the specific jersey that this is found on, and him signing that specific jersey. So kind of a fun thing there. And like I said, the backs of these will have some fun personal messages. And also some of them that might look real, that some might mistake as being real, I make sure that I put a message on the back that says it's for my personal collection, not for sale, that sort of thing, because I don't ever want these to go in the wrong hands and have anybody think that these are real. So this is part of a nameplate of another jersey that Canseco wore. So I love the box loaders, I think is what they're called, those jumbo ones that Allen and Ginter made. So it's kind of in the same style as that. Like you see the artwork is very similar, but it is my artwork. So just fun. It's, you know, again, just for my collection. So I figure I could do whatever I wanted with those. This is a legendary signature patch, gold foil. Of course, this is one of my favorites. Obviously, this is Jose had signed it to me. Tanner, this is awesome work. Your friend Jose Canseco, and here I am on this side. I'm actually holding up cards. Let me see if I can see. Oh, I think I can actually make out which 3 cards I'm showing here. So that's kind of fun. I'll tell you what. I'll go ahead and bring those out here. Let's see. So this is the first one that I'm holding on the left. And then the middle one is this one. And so this is a cool card because it's got a piece of a player-worn jersey, a piece of his book, and another piece of his book. They're 2 different books, Game Used Baseball, and it's inscribed 6X All-Star, 2X Author, Juiced and Vindicated, so that's kind of fun there. Okay, and so the last card, it looks like, is this one. So this is a Silhouettes card, so it's I've always enjoyed that design there too. So going forward here, this is a card that I actually designed. I'll stand up a little bit because my back's killing me here. This is a card that I designed as part of an April Fool's joke, and people just went nuts over it. They love the story. It's if you wanted to look it up, it's called 4-1 for April 1st. If you want to look it up on my blog at tmanbaseballfan.com. I'm not sure the camera will be able to pick this up or not, but this powder here is actually a ground up pill that I found in Canseco's batting practice jersey pocket that I had. And it turned out it was like a baggie of large ibuprofen. Apparently these prescription strength ibuprofen pills were used to allow steroids to enter into his bloodstream faster. At least that's what I was told. So kind of fun, you know. I've got a few pills that were full size still, but really kind of a fun deal there. This here is a Sweet Seams card from Fleer. This actually was not created ever. This was a prototype that I used to have the paper version of. So what I did was I ended up creating it into a real card, and I have a player-worn jersey of the Angels, so of his, so that's why that's where I got this patch from. So pretty cool there. Yeah, I have the back of it as well, and I changed some things, like for instance, player-worn patch card, authentic Fleer prototype artwork, you know, not for resale. So this is one I've always wanted Jose to have, a triple threads wood 1-of-1 card, and up until this last year, I think it is, he didn't have one, so I created my own. That's why it says in the middle Tanner's threads there. I had him sign a few stickers, so that's why I put one of those stickers there. This is all this patchwork here is from player worn jersey as well, so it came out really cool. I love it. And again, it is real wood, so that way you can see the wood grain and everything. Okay. This one is called Behind the Plate. Let me see if I can get this to focus a little bit. Shines real nicely. It's in a nice, it's signed on black pearl paper with silver Sharpie. And these, I'm a big fan of the 98 Select prototypes. So Jose didn't have any of these, so I created my own. Again, on the back though, you take a look, it talks about how it's custom proxy art card, not made by any card company. It came out real nice. I'll try to fan them out here so that way you can kind of get a flavor for each one. I made a Chuck Norris one, which is kind of fun too. we love our Chuck Norris facts over here. So can give you an idea of the shine of all of these here. Love the graphics that they did. So these are not my graphics. I just recreated them. So very cool. So this is a booklet. Canseco. It's a player worn patch. It says first home run Yankees August 10th 2000. See the other side again. It says Tanner's Threads. You know, for no other reason other than for my own amusement and enjoyment. This is not Jose's fingerprint. This was kind of a prototype that I wanted to have done, so the signature is actually printed on here, but I thought it came out real nice, called Touched by Greatness. I thought it was a good idea for a card, but because I wasn't able to get his fingerprint, I ended up doing this. And this is his real signature in red ink. This is actually foil, and it's very difficult to show in this picture here, but this is actual like a foil cell, so it's kind of a neat card in hand. This here is on canvas as well, and this is actually in the style of Redman, so it's a larger size. So I'll give you an example of what a regular size card looks like as far as the size goes versus this. So it's got a custom frame, and I love this patch. It's player worn, of course, as well. That's why it says authentic player worn patch there. It's on canvas, and the Redman's from 52, 53, 54. They actually had a little stub at the bottom that you could cut off and send in for something. So I had to incorporate that into the design of this. This is, well, these two I'll go ahead and show you at the same time. These are two of my favorites, and I've shown these probably more than any others, especially this one. This is a triple black booklet. Let's see if I can get it to, there we go. Came out real nice. There's a jumbo player worn glove, fielding glove, a jumbo patch that's player worn, a game used bat barrel piece, and a cleat, a piece of a cleat that he had actually worn also. So it's one of one there. I called this the blackout, so I did my own logo as if this were a real card. And it is very thick. You can't really tell because it's in this holder, but it's very thick. It's a neat display piece here. So this is one of my other favorites here. This is a jumbo booklet. For a lot of the members of the 1989 World Series for the Athletics. Like, that was my favorite World Series ever for obvious reasons. I sourced a bunch of these autographs from very different places. So the Rickey Henderson signature, for instance, I got from somebody that was like very close with Rickey. Some of them were actually just cards that I cut up like from various places. Through the mail autographs, like Dave Henderson, I think he sent that to me through the mail. Some were eBay, some were card shows. You know, it's just kind of a fun little hodgepodge thing where all of these together didn't really have a rhyme or reason until you put them together in this booklet. And you know, I think it turned out real nicely. And here's the other side. Also, so I made everything look like they all meshed together. So this is all my artwork that I did here. Probably one of my favorite pieces. This here, this is actually a jumbo game used baseball piece. So it's very thick as well. Very thick card, but a really cool piece. I like that. I already showed this. This is a 1952 style Angels Refractor that Jose signed in red. These cards, by the way, these are actual cards, but what I did was I sliced them down the middle and I replaced the patch, or the plain jersey with patch. So, you know, in addition to doing that, what I did is I described on the back what I did. Like, this is the original card, what it looked like. It says original card and everything. And this picture that I took of, or that Holly took of him when we were at his house. And this piece is from that jersey that he's wearing on the back. So same goes with this. she took that picture also. There's the original card. This is actually just a base card. I remember it was flooding back in 2017 in the Houston area here, so I had some fun with this. I literally just cut out 2 holes and put some player worn jersey material there, and I thought it turned out really nicely. I thought it was really cool. This is another kind of a Frankenstein card. So I believe this is like 2015 Topps Supreme. What they did with these cards is they had 2 layers of them. So the top layer is everything that you see in white along with the signature and the picture. The back is normally going to be like blue, orange, red, green, black, whatever it is. They didn't have a Superfractor version of it, so I wanted to make my own Superfractor version of it. That's why you see the Superfractor material. I literally just took apart a base card that was signed and replaced the back with that, so it came out awesome. Looks really nice. Okay, so this card was actually inspired by a card that Atticus pulled years and years ago. He pulled a basketball bazooka game use card, and I thought the design was really cool, so I recreated it myself, had Jose sign it. I put in a piece of bat from the game use bat that I cut up, put Tanner's at the top instead of bazooka, you know, in the back, if you look very closely, you see a picture of me and Jose posing in the background. So it's kind of fun. 1 of 1, Bazooka Joe blowing out the bubble, it says that, so kind of fun. This is actually a play on a 1990s basketball card. There's no baseball cards like this. I think they were called Big Man on the Court or something. Well, I redid this and called it Big Man on the Field. Had Jose sign in the middle of it, and you can see it's die cut. Really cool looking there. This 1991 Donruss card is a Simpsons little parody, and I had Jose sign it to Mrs. Krabappel, Jose Canseco. When I had him sign this, he had to ask me who Mrs. Krabappel was, and as I started to tell him about the story and how he was implicated with Mrs. Krabappel in that Simpsons episode, Homer at the Bat, he goes, "Oh, yeah, I remember now." So kind of a fun little story there. This card is good as gold. It's got some good foil, some gold foil there, and he signed in gold ink. This is a piece of history with Gamey's bat piece, him signing, and normally the regular card comes from Upper Deck, and he's not in this obviously. In the upper right hand corner it'll say 500 Home Run Club or something. Well, I recreated this whole thing and made it say 40-40 Club. So, and then you can see there as well. I'm a big fan of the Tools of the Trade cards. So what I did was I created a jumbo Tools of the Trade card. So you can see the difference in size. Instead of having like 4 pieces, I have like player worn and game use stuff of all this. So cap, tag, batting glove, bat, shoe, jersey, wristband, pants, fielding glove, and sock. I thought that was kind of a fun thing there. So another one of my favorites is this mini. It's in the Allen and Ginter style. The thing that makes this so special is this is actually like literally a piece of wood, but not just any piece of wood. This is a piece of his game used bat. So kind of takes the meaning of game used bat card to a whole new level, I think. It's kind of fun. I love it. And here's the back. There's a picture of me on the back as well. And came out real nice. And I did my logo, tanmanbaseballfan.com, in the style of Topps at the bottom. But yeah, it's literally a piece from his game used bat. So there that is. This is just kind of a cool design that I saw that Flair Ultra had done, so I did a Rangers card of him because he doesn't have much many jersey cards, especially patch material of any other team other than the A's and maybe a few of the Devil Rays. But cut to the chase, Topps did a design like this, and I was always in love with it, so I had to do a Canseco version. Shines real nicely. Let's blink back. Okay, and this kind of goes along with the Game Used Bat card. This card was actually created out of a piece of his jersey that he wore. So this entire thing is jersey, and it's hard to tell, like the fabric, you can see it better there. It doesn't look as washed out off of camera, but anyway, so I put a gold frame around it and everything, so it came out pretty nicely, and I'll show another version of that in a second here. Here's a mini. This is one of my first cards I ever made. This is before Jose had any Allen and Ginter cards, and I remember taking this to him, and he goes, "Man, I've never signed my name so small before in my life." And kind of a fun little story, because you know, later on that year he did, because he had Allen and Ginter cards. And I had him sign it in red ink, 1 of 1 at the top. And by the way, he has a mustache, like a legitimate mustache. So I photoshopped that on. And so this is kind of another one that's similar. Like, you could tell the picture without the mustache. That's what it looks like, you know, for real. And that obviously takes that picture is from his 1986 Topps traded card. But if you zoom back, this entire piece right here is literally a piece of his jersey. So this is actually printed on top of his player worn jersey, including this button. So this is a button straight from the jersey itself. If you want to look at how I did that, you can go to my website, tammanbaseballfan.com. But so pretty cool there. This is a booklet. Canseco and McGuire both signed these. There's it's acetate on the front, so I'm trying to show what it looks like. A little trippy when you move it back and forth like that. Show you here. So kind of fun. Okay, this is a wooden booklet. I actually originally had created this as just a regular card. This is a play off of 1951 Topps Redback. I sent this to somebody to be signed, just a regular Redback version, and the guy stole it along with a little bit some of my other pieces of work as well, unfortunately. So instead of just recreating it again, what I did is I decided to make it in wood and make it a booklet. So Jose signed it in red ink. Actually, a hair there that's inside the holder, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. But there's a certified jumbo patch, player worn, it says. And then on the back you can see what I did as well. I took an actual picture of a 1951 Topps Redback pack and used the artwork as well. So it turned out real nicely. This is a Devil Rays card. He signed in red ink. The middle is kind of what you need to look at here. I'm trying to show you. I don't know if I'll be able to show you or not. See if I can turn the light on. Whoops. Okay, so it's actually see-through and it changes color. So you see that? And then you move over here. Pink. And blue and green. Okay. This card, this is one of my first booklets. I call it the Rookie Recollection or Rookie Recollection. And the reason why is because it actually has pieces of authentic rookie cards of his in there. So we're looking at A6 Donruss Ray Rookie, A6 Fleer, A6 Donruss Highlights, A6 Donruss The Rookies, A6 Topps Traded, and A6 Fleer Update. So we're looking at all of his regular rookies there from the licensed companies. Then you move over here on this side, you have player worn jersey, game worn bat or game used bat, player worn jersey, and then signature and inscription. There that is. We're almost done here. It's been fun. This is a player worn button card. The material here that you can see is actually super refractor material. Then I've got two versions of this card here. It's called Twilight Angels card. You see how it kind of sparkles a little bit. And you see there's it's a Jose and an Angels jersey. This is actually a jersey swap that I did. This is normally going to be him on the Blue Jays. So this is a Blue Jays picture normally. So did a little swapperoo here. So here's another version of it where this side of it is actually acetate. It's clear so you can see all the way through it, but the left side is it's got that really pretty gold sparkle. And we went through those already. This is something I called Time Capsule Relic. So back in 1992, Topps had created a micro set. So I actually literally took 2 of those cards and I embedded them in a thick card itself. I put acetate over them on the front and back so that way they can stay there. So when you look at the other side here, let me focus this, you could actually see the backs of them. So it kind of works out real nicely. I'll skip over here real quick, so I'll save one of my favorites for last. But this is says Jose Canseco Capus Jr. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that name right or not, but in the middle is a chip from Vegas, and in the middle is Jose. You flip it on the back is his Bash brother Mark David McGuire, and so it's free floating in there. So like you see, it's now off center because it literally moves wherever you want. It's heavy card there. This is a Logo Man because up to this point Jose does not have a Logo Man card. I called this limited laundry. There's a very nice gold frame around it. It's got gold holofoil. The middle is obviously a piece of player worn jersey, and in the same vein is this real nice laundry tag from a player that he from a jersey he wore. This time the frame itself is black. It's like a black metal, but the actual top of this card is wood, like legitimately wood, but the middle part here is the laundry tag. So last but not least, I'm going to show you is my video card. I call this Fan Vision. The whole reason why I'm actually doing this video right now is because the electricity went out, and so unfortunately I didn't have time to fully charge this, so I'm probably going to have to splice the video of me playing this from whenever I first made it in with this video so you can see it working in action. But I'll explain it to you here. So I called the Fan Vision. There's a video that'll show up here whenever you press this button. On the right is a picture of me and Jose having hung out at his house, and that's actually a picture in his backyard, and it talks about it there. So that is all. Let me go ahead and actually splice this in here real quick. Okay, so if that worked, you're able to see the video. All right, so guys, that concludes video 2. It does not actually. I forgot about these completely, guys. So these, there's a guy named Matt that does some custom cards that I got this idea off of him. So these are Matt inspired. And I loved them, so I had to do them for some Canseco cards. So you take a look, this is a 1987 Topps card, like a real A7 Topps card. But what I did was I cut a hole in it and I put an A7 Topps wax pack piece in there, as well as a legitimate piece of bubble gum from A7 Topps. Not only that, what I did was I did a couple other things. So I actually encased this in a one-touch holder, but I also took some more of that A7 Topps wax there, and I created a seal out of it. So that way it's in one of those, I guess you could call them uncirculated cards that are encased like this. And I also put this on the back for hologram, bubblegum wax relic. So The 87 is cool. I did this for all of his A's cards that came out of legitimate wax packs. I don't think you can call a 92 technically a wax pack, so but this is 88, so it's an authentic 88 wax pack piece there, and gum, and of course the 88 tops seal that I created, like from a legitimate real pack, by the way, guys. The 89, same thing. The 90. And last but not least, the 91. Okay guys, thank you so much for sticking with me here through this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know. That concludes video 2 in the series. The next video I'm going to be doing, hopefully in the next, I don't know, day, 2-3 days from now, I'm not sure, is going to focus completely and wholly on real cards that I have in my Jose Canseco collection now. So thank you again. I hope you all have a great day.